Last year, I was so broke that if someone had offered me a 70,000 naira job, I'm talking about $65 ish monthly, I would have grabbed it with both hands. And the crazy part was that it was not because I wasn't making money. Like, it's not like I wasn't making money, but it just felt like I was using the same money to make back the same money. Like, I could make $100 this week, and okay, that's fair enough. But then when I do all the costs and everything, I found out that I've spent about $100.98. And at the end of the day, I'm literally broke. I'm flat broke. I made no money. And fast forward to weeks later, I'm doing $1,000, which is over ₦1 million. I mean, very solid, good profit from relaunching one of my products. Like, how do I go from zero to that? In this video, I'm going to be telling you what I did and the inner work that helped me pull this off. Now, the first thing I did may sound so simple, but actually affected me largely. I stopped thinking small. Now, for the period of that phase where I was thinking more about survival. You know, it was just about, okay, let me see if I can make $30 profit or 35,000 naira in profit or 15,000. At least let it be like I did not break even or I did not run at a loss. And what I'm trying to say is that it's not like if you sit down and think about millions enough, millions will randomly appear in your account. That's not what I mean. But I realized that if your entire goal is capped at a certain level, every decision and everything you make would actually be something that would yield just around that figure. It could be less, but most likely would never be more. So if I was thinking of, okay, let me just make 30K extra this week, I would not randomly make 200K. I would not randomly make $1,000. Now, I'm not saying the thinking deposited the money, but thinking came first. Because sometimes the first ceiling you need to break is not the ceiling of your income. It's the amount of success you are even comfortable that you can handle. And now there was something that I had to accept that was not as nearly exciting as I thought, which is the second thing. And that is I had to accept the actual work that it actually takes. I think one of the lies that are usually being peddled about online income or making money is that it is super easy, or there's this passive income, there's this, very easy wheel that you can just enter and the money is just going to keep flowing in. I'm just going to be honest with you, unpopular opinion, but if you are starting out, you're building something, there's nothing like easy money. There's nothing like, okay, it just comes while I sleep. Yes, you can put systems in place, but that's over time. But in the beginning, you need to accept the actual work that it takes. Because whenever you hear work, whether it's in work from home, whether it's in work from anywhere in the world, whether it's make money while you sleep, anywhere you hear the work, picture it in capital letters, because whether you're working from home or you're working in some very luxury resorts somewhere across the world, the work still has to happen. There were days that I didn't want to create content. I didn't want to send emails. I didn't want to do follow-ups. I didn't want to, launch new ads. I didn't want to launch new products. I didn't want to test, but I had to do it anyway because the path to success requires a certain work ethic. Now, the third thing is that I had to be comfortable with boring. And this one is connected to the last one because remember I said there are days I wake up, I don't want to create content. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to check my ads. I don't want to launch new products. I don't want to get on a sales call or whatever. But the success is in the routine as well. When you find that thing that works, when you find that work that produces the result, you need to be willing to do it repeatedly. So it's not just a one-off thing, you put out content today and you sleep for the rest of the year. You need to be able to create content even when you are tired, get on a call even when you're lazy. You need to be able to do this, do that, even when it seems like you don't want to. And before you know it, you may not see the result immediately, but the result comes after compounding effect. So you create one content today, you may not get a sale, but when you have created 15, 30 content, a prospect who has checked your page before gets more trust in you and eventually buys your product on the 15th day. That is the power of compounding effect. Now, the fourth one is something that a lot of people are actually guilty of because for a long time, I always feel like, okay, there are some level of things that I can figure out on my own. Which brings me to the fourth one, which is I had to stop trying to figure out everything by myself. So before I even jump on maybe getting a mentorship, getting a course, getting a program, I want to see, okay, can I search for it on YouTube? Can I get the full knowledge, with what's online? And I'm not saying that everything you need to probably get a course for. That's not what I'm trying to say. But based on what helped me, that helped me to save a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy doing trial and error and not seeing results, because I was literally doing the same thing and I wasn't seeing results. And I was wondering, people who pull such numbers, what do they do? How do they do it? So what I eventually realized is that you need to be in the room where these people are for you to actually understand how they do it. And many times it may not just even be in that program they do or in that particular course. It's more about the community sometimes, rubbing yourself up, literally just mirroring what they do. You see the way the person even sells his product on, the community you are in, the way the person shows up with content. It gives you a sense of understanding that, this is the amount of work that I'm losing out on. Is this actually what it takes? So I need to up my game. So I actually got a course because I was trying to sell a product and I was literally breaking even. So I got a course on someone who has done multiple figures in dollars, and I wanted to understand. And the interesting part was that the only thing I needed in that 2 hours course was just like about an 8-minute part that gave me exactly the reason why I was getting stuck, why I was breaking even. And just that 8 minutes, I didn't mind paying that amount for just that 8 minutes of information because it literally boosted my results afterwards. Now, this is where I think a lot of people get distracted, because now some people are like, okay, what exact product did you sell? What did you do? Because they think that the success is in the product, in the platform, or in the method. So they see someone who sells books on KDP making, 6 figures plus, and they want to jump into KDP. They see someone in affiliate marketing doing 7 figures and they want to get into affiliate marketing. Or they see someone who is into AI creation, AI videos, making such amount, and they want to join that. That's literally the shiny object syndrome, which brings me to the fact that you need to start with what you have. I had to start with what I had. When I joined that course, one of the things I did notice was that a lot of people were trying to create new products because they felt, okay, it's in the creation of a new product. But I already had a product that was proven to work. I just didn't know how to launch it to make profits, right? And then I was almost tempted to say, okay, maybe I should create product in a totally different niche. It's like, that's the niche that is selling. But then I'm like, no, when you start doing that, it's like starting afresh. So I stuck with what I had, applied that same knowledge that I got, and then I took off. So maybe you're good at communicating, that's a skill. You're good at writing, that's a skill. You're good at drawing, that's a skill. Start with what you have, because if you say you want to get a course, it's fine. You can get a course and have that add in. But if you're looking to make money right now, you're trying to grow your income right now, you need to start with what you have, because when you get a course, before you are able to go through that course and be tangibly good at it, for you to pass down the same knowledge to someone else, or for you to even start using it to make money, like by offering services, it could take you an extra 6 months to a year, and you probably don't have that. So even though getting courses is good to add more skills to it, you need to start with what you have. Don't ever think that your skill is too small to be monetized. No, every skill can be monetized. And there's just one final thing that I really, really, really had to learn, and I had to reset my mindset, is to stop being obsessed about vanity metrics. Like, you run a YouTube channel and you are concerned, okay, can I get to 1K subscribers? You have an Instagram account, you're concerned, oh, maybe if I just get to 10K subscribers, 10K followers, or you have like a TikTok, oh, can I get to 5K followers? Those are vanity metrics, because likes, subscribers, followers, they don't necessarily translate into income. They don't translate into money. It is how you leverage that. Someone who has 600 solid followers could make thousands of dollars from, creating a product that actually resonates with his followers, over someone who is posting random content and has 10K followers and hasn't made a single dime. The person with 600 followers is far better off. So vanity metrics doesn't translate into money. So when I look back at the me who was, stuck in a wheel of breaking even, I realized that that person did not need that 70K job. She didn't need another make money idea because I was making money. I just didn't understand how to scale it and how to grow it. I was working, but I didn't know if I was working on the right things. I was learning, but I was trying to learn everything on my own. I had goals, but it was mostly about survival. Okay, let me just make an extra $15 or an extra 20,000 naira. So it wasn't that I found the perfect product. It wasn't that I found the perfect strategy. It wasn't that, I just started working harder, because you can work harder on the wrong things and still get zero results. It was a combination of several things. I improved my mindset. My thinking got bigger. I became willing to do the work. I became comfortable with repetition. I started investing in information that could speed up my learning curve. And that was how I was able to make over $1,000 relaunching the same product that I kept running at a loss and breaking even from. I do hope you got something. If you are new to this channel, I basically share make money online videos. I actually go by this avatar, but I'm showing my face because this is a more personal video. I've also talked about affiliate marketing, but recently it's been make money on KDP. So if you're interested in Amazon KDP and how you can create books that actually sell on KDP, then you want to hit the subscribe button and check out some of my videos. I'm going to be attaching a playlist now. By the way, leave in the comments where you are currently at. Are you stuck at scared of repetition? Are you stuck at just, thinking about survival? How can I just make the next 10K for the next day, or the next $50 for the next day? Let me know in the comment section and I'll be checking everything and I'll see how I can help you from where you are. Ciao.